Boo!
Hi, it's me, Shiwo.
And me, KAMOFLAME.
Today in Shiwo Science, we'll be talking about the science of why and how we get scared for the Halloween special.
We get scared all the time, although most of us don't know what goes inside our body when we get scared.
There are different reactions inside our body depending on how we get scared. For example, if your emotions are a mix of anger and getting scared, then the reaction will be different than if it's just out of plain fear.
Reactions are also different if you are getting scared for fun. For example, if you are playing Five Nights at Freddy's, watching jump scares or trying to scream challenges, or even going on a roller coaster or ringing doorbells before shouting trick or treat.
Trick or treat! Trick or treat!
What? I'm reading about bugs.
Okay, we'll go to a different house.
Thank you.
You also have a different reaction if you get scared in a nightmare. Nightmares often express certain things that are happening in real life. For example, if you have a dream about being trapped in an endless corridor that keeps on going forever, you might be having a very hard test that seems like it keeps on going forever in real life. Who knows? Let's watch a nightmare clip for a why and how we sleep video. One night, deep at night, at Kamyar's house. He was having a bad nightmare. You are our prisoner.
No. Save me. Follow my Instagram, Henry Muhammad.
Good thing we just took that mouse.
Legit.
No, not you. No. I was just catching up with my Instagram feed. I've been on it for millions of years. You keep disturbing me.
I just found it. Honestly, my house. Legit. It has so many guests. More for you.
No, don't get me. No, please. No. Oh, it was all a dream. Phew. Shiraz, I just had the worst nightmare. Shiraz, wake up. Shiraz, I had the worst nightmare. Shiraz, what are you talking about? Wake up!
Kittens, I will give you your treat.
Wake up now! Please, Shiraz, you gotta hear me out. Shiraz. They're gonna come and get me. I had a nightmare. Oh.
We are coming for you.
You're coming together. Where'd he go? Now
I found him.
Where'd he go? Now
I found him.
Now let's talk about what happens if you're deprived of your sleeping needs. Here's what would happen.
Kitten, nightmare. You were talking about kittens. Zombie,
Whoa,
skeleton.
KAMOFLAME, slow down. What are you talking about? watching TV
I had a
cartoons?
scary nightmare.
A nightmare?
Yeah,
But it was just a nightmare, right?
Yeah, there was 2 zombies and they were following me. And then I woke up from one nightmare to the other nightmare. And then I told you, oh, I had a nightmare,
so
but you're
you're
talking about
sure
kiddings.
it wasn't real. Okay. Then calm down. Let's go back to our episode.
Oh, no, there's the knocking again.
What? What do you want to do? I don't
There's
care.
knocking. They're gonna kill us.
Oh no. They're coming. They're coming.
Take him.
If you like that clip, make sure to see the line how we sleep.
Now to start off our Halloween special, let's talk about how we get scared.
When we say how we get scared, it basically means what happens inside and outside our bodies when we get scared.
When you get scared, a brain signal goes to the bottom of your brain where the amygdala rests. The amygdala then sends out a chemical called glutamate.
This chemical makes you freeze or jump. Then it gets sent to the area of your brain called the hypothalamus, which makes you flight, fright, or freeze.
The
three
three
Fs.
Symptoms that are triggered include an increased heart rate, sweaty palms, an elevated blood pressure, voluntary and involuntary screaming, and headaches. Scientists think we scream to let others know we are in danger, or just because it is sometimes fun.
Screaming can sometimes spread amongst groups of people together, so it's contagious in a way.
When we scream, we involuntarily or voluntarily send a mental message to anybody close by that either we are in danger or we saw something really scary, or maybe both.
Whether the feel is rational or irrational, we usually spread the scream amongst groups. When your blood pressure gets high, it may be fatal in some people. That brings us to the topic of how we can actually get scared to death.
It sounds ridiculous, although there is actually technically a chance of this happening. Let's look into why and how it could happen.
It may be possible to get scared to death depending on a few factors, like your heart, your age, and your brain growth rate.
Another factor is your adrenaline response from your brain. All these factors show how you can hypothetically be scared to death. You are playing on your computer when your little brother comes up to you and shows you a game. It's a maze game and you have to get the ball free without touching the walls. You are playing when you touch a wall and an unexpected jump scare is triggered. You fall back in your seat and your heart goes into fight or flight mode where it gets stronger and faster. Your heart might go into overdrive, and this would result in tissue damage inside your body, which may result in death.
This has happened to athletes before and they have been rushed to the hospitals but are dead by the time they get there. However, you don't need to worry about getting scared to death.
Chances of getting scared to death are extremely low, and it mostly happens to athletes, not normal people, and certainly not kids. Now let's talk about phobias. A phobia is an intense fear of a certain thing, sometimes so bad that when a person even says the name of that certain thing, you faint from getting scared. Phobias can be passed on from generations.
The most common phobias are arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders, claustrophobia, which is the fear of being trapped in a tight space, murophobia, which is the fear of rats, and acrophobia, which is the fear of heights.
Some phobias are ridiculous, like arachibutyrophobia, which is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, pogonophobia, which is the fear of facial hair, and even autophobia, which is the fear of yourself. Oh, KAMOFLAME, help! I'm scared of myself!
What did I do?
I'm reading about bugs. What's he scared of?
If you're scared of spiders, you should probably turn this video off right now because we're gonna look at the scariest spider videos.
Oh no. Man, those were scary. I hope there are no more spiders in this episode.
And now here's a scary spider scene from our Why and How We Get Distracted video.
Seriously?
There's a spider on the wall. No! Spider! 911? There's a spider on my wall! Might as well finish my homework until the 911 comes. Forget this algebra. There's 2 spiders! 3 spiders! 4 spiders!
Hey, camera. Oh my god! Spider on your head!
Ah! Fire spiders!
If you like that video, make sure to check out our Why and How We Get Distracted video.
So why do we even get scared in the first place?
Scientists says our ancestors used it for survival back in the past, and it got passed down through generations.
I can just imagine those caveman jump scares. Stand up!
Getting scared of spiders is genetically planted in some people's DNAs.
Some kids were so scared of sharks when the movie Jaws came out that they refused to get in their bathtub after watching it.
Killer clowns never actually killed anyone.
It was just media hype. Ah! Wait a minute. Follow me!
Fear is actually good for you. Ah, it's okay, you're good for me.
Fear can actually change your reality. For example, if you have an extreme case of claustrophobia and you're inside an elevator, your brain might process it differently and the elevator might look smaller to you than it actually is. Overcoming fears can help your brain grow and learn. Now let's talk about one of the newest ideas in the science of fear, completely getting rid of it.
Fear can actually help us in our lives, and that's why we adapted to it. It helps us know what's dangerous and what we should not do.
Fear also has a dark side, however, as we can see in cases of extreme phobias that often lead to isolation or even suicide.
So scientists are working on a biological way to completely get rid of fear from a human being.
It is a very new idea though, and lots of progress has to be made in the field before we can test it on a human.
We have illustrated a few short clips of what would happen if we didn't have any fear.
I bet you're gonna trample me now.
Boom! I repeat, I said boom! Exposed! Well, I think you get the point. It wouldn't be pretty and it definitely wouldn't be beneficial for our survival.
Now let's talk about what happens when people like getting scared.
When we get scared, our brain produces a chemical called dopamine. This chemical is associated with fear, but it's also associated with our pleasure and reward factors.
Some people's brains produce a lot of dopamine, and some people others don't produce as much. That's why some people like getting scared.
Animals get scared just like humans. Some cats and dogs have really weird fears, but most have common fears, like loud noises such as fireworks or thunder, other cats or dogs, or certain fears like water with cats.
One weird fear a cat has is a cucumber. Scientists speculated that if you put a cucumber behind a cat while it's eating, and it turns and sees the cucumber, it will jump and be scared because it will think it'd be a snake or something.
This is implanted in their DNA, and so it works with some cats, but it doesn't work with others. It works with most of them though, and nevertheless, it causes no harm to the cat and is hilarious to watch. So we decided to test it on Charlie, my cat. Let's see the results. Epic fail! Can I try?
So, what's new?
Sounds can be scary and creepy too.
One of the creepiest sounding instruments is called a theremin. This was invented by Leon Theremin, and it has a loud ambient noise.
Why do sounds like the theremin categorize as scary in our brains? The answer is along the same lines as the question of why we get scared, to help us survive.
Sound, however, plays a big part in letting us know that we may not survive if we keep doing what we are doing. And since sound can travel very fast, faster than turning to look at whatever predator is behind you, it has turned into a big part of fear in our lives.
Another reason why sound plays a big part in fear is because we don't see when we are asleep. Our ears, however, are unconsciously listening. If they wouldn't, then you would be completely dead to the world when you were asleep. And so if a lion roared right next to you before eating you, you wouldn't wake up from the sound and would die.
But why are some sounds scary when others are not?
This is because most scary sounds are very different from other sounds, but very similar to other scary sounds. Most scary sounds or songs have things like loud noise or lots of frequency drops. These things are present in every scary sound, from a lion's roar to a creepy music track.
In cartoons, when a certain point is supposed to be creepy or scary, dramatic or eerie music automatically starts to play.
Here is an example from the popular cartoon series SpongeBob SquarePants.
If that clam didn't come before, what makes you think he'll come now?
Oh, he'll come.
Mr. Krabs, listen. I work with SpongeBob all day long, so I know what I'm talking about when I say you are completely out of your mind! Get us out of here!
Come on, fresh meat! Keep thrashing! He likes it! Come on, boy! Closer, closer, almost there! That's it! Yeah! Aha! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look, boys! I finally got it! I finally got me $1,000,000!
Imagine if that happened in real life.
What? I'm just testing my new DJ kit out.
In a video by Joe Hansen, the host of It's Okay to Be Smart, it was shown how some innocent things can turn really violent when you add some special sound. Like for example, he showed a couple kittens playing with a tower, but then he added some bad sound to make it sound scary.
And so it turns out that sound actually characterizes a great part of fear in our brains. Now let's do a special Halloween mannequin challenge at the Shiwo Science Laboratory.
Freeze like a mannequin, freeze like a mannequin. Pause and hold it like a mannequin. Freeze like a mannequin, freeze like a mannequin. Pause and hold it like a mannequin. Like a mannequin, like a mannequin. Get your homies chillin' and start recording. Like a mannequin, like a mannequin. Get your homies chillin' and start recording.
Freeze and hold it, just like a mannequin. Quick, make a pose, just like a mannequin. Hold that position, just like a mannequin. Dab, then stop, just like a mannequin.
Like a mannequin, like a mannequin.
Thanks for watching our video about why and how we get scared.
If you liked this video and learned a lot from it, be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, no more jump scares. And have a happy Halloween. Boo!